Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Do you think I should use the microphone or I should use my natural voice?
Use your natural voice.
People at the back, can you hear me clearly? So,
Yes, sir.
okay, let's do the mic also. So, can you see? Now, I'm speaking with the mic. So, do you now prefer the mic or without the mic? Better with the mic. Okay, let's go with the mic. No problem. Today's topic is franchising as a tool for business development. Franchising as a tool for business growth. Before I start the session proper, I'd just like to tell you how I'm going to run the workshop or the program for today. We have slides here, but as we start, I'm not going to start with the slides. We're going to, I know what is on the slides. How do I know what is in the slide? I mean, you have now. These people are here. They say, how you take know. I mean, you have now. These people, I don't know these people. So, I mean, with the slides, so I submit it there. So we go around without the slides. As we go, when I don't say, okay, I don't tire small, say, make a look, waiting in my hand out. I go, so yeah, make you do the slides. They look at that. Now, we are saying franchising as a tool for business expansion. So I need to get some sense of the people who are here. How many entrepreneurs are here? How many are entrepreneurs here? Is it everybody? How many are not entrepreneurs or maybe they are aspiring entrepreneurs? How many are not entrepreneurs? Not entrepreneurs. So may I ask you what brings you here?
I'm here today.
Yeah, you're not entrepreneurs. So what do you do?
Not a very good person. I want to work with
Okay. So in future, do you want to be an entrepreneur?
probably.
What about you? Just stay with your friend. No, talk to us now. Why? Don't be shy.
No, I'm actually passionate about it.
Learning, but you wish to be an entrepreneur in the future? You see yourself as an entrepreneur in the future? Maybe not. Okay, no problem. Now, how many of the entrepreneurs here want to grow, want to expand their businesses? Everybody, right? Okay. Let us know what you know about franchising, or what does franchising mean to you? If you heard the word franchising, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to you, franchising?
Okay.
Let's sit down and answer. What does it mean to you?
Franchising means giving your rights of ownership to another person, another company to act as an agent on their, like taking over your part of your business.
Okay. So now,
The best man.
one word I'm picking from this discussion is agent. So during my discussion, we are going to see a difference between franchising and agency. Franchising and agency are different. So we'll talk about it. Just let me take a note here. Okay. What does franchising mean to you?
That's what he said.
That's what you said. Okay. So you want to write on here. Anybody else wants to add? Okay. Yes, please.
A duplicate of a company in another location.
Duplicate of the same company in another location. Okay. Fantastic.
When I hear franchising, I just remember the McDonald's story.
Okay.
And how it became so successful because they were able to duplicate those processes in so many branches, in so many countries till date.
Wonderful. Wonderful. How many branches does McDonald's have? How many? Rough idea? Anybody? Rough idea? Rough idea. Just put a number now. Don't be very nice or don't be saying go. Just put any number. Just put any number. 10,000.
3,000.
So you can't go lower. I say 10,000 and I don't agree. Anything more than 10,000?
100,000.
Something like that. I think I have the numbers on the slide here. I think it's 33,000 or 55,000. So why I picked some numbers on my slide was some of how many?
40,000.
40,000, right? But rest of Google and Mabi. It's okay. It's allowed because at least you made the effort of checking what is happening, right? When you say that phone is there and you don't say that phone don't get data and you just post with it. But you can't get data, you don't check at all. Now, we entrepreneurs sometimes fear to open a second branch. Why? We are thinking that, oh, am I going to divide myself into two for the second branch? And look at people having 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. There's somebody, I think, Burger King is more than McDonald's or so, 55,000 or so. So, through franchising, they opened 55,000 outlets. Just imagine the power of franchising. That's why we are here. Because in Nigeria, my own experience says that franchising still has not been exposed, has been totally underutilized as a medium of growth, as a medium of expansion. It has been totally underutilized. That's why we're having this session so that let's keep our minds open. We don't know how we can benefit from that franchising. As we progress, we have to see which side of the table we are. He said franchising is giving your rights of your business to somebody else and expand the business. So, do you want to be that brand, the owner of that brand, which will give out franchising? Or do you want to be that person who want to run that franchise? Are you making it clear? Yeah. There are two parts of it, right? One, let's assume I'm McDonald's, assume. Okay. That's what I'm saying because Auntie used that as an example. Let's continue that as an example. Let's say I'm at McDonald's. So as McDonald's, I will send the franchise to you, right? So do I want to be the McDonald's? Do I want to be the brand owner who wants to sell as an entrepreneur? Do I want to be that brand? Let's take our local brand, Slot. Do I want to be Slot as the owner of Slot and give away franchise to people who want to open branches in different places? Or I'm wishing to be an entrepreneur. I don't know what to do. I don't know what business to come up with. So I don't want to break my head too much. What I want to do is I want to key into the business system of Slot because I think that kind of business is okay for me. I want to open a slot in my area. So I want to be the person who owns the slot at, let's say, Yanapaja, or I want to be the one who owns slot at Ikoyi, I don't know, any location. So do I want to be that entrepreneur who has the money, who is lack of ideas, so which one should I open? Will I be successful? Will I not be successful? Oh, but if I become franchisee of slot, they are going to hold my hand. They are going to guide me. So I kukuma, instead of doing my own business, I kukuma take a franchise. So this buying of franchise is usually popular among one, people who have just retired. Two, people in government offices who sometimes they feel that they have a lot of time because they don't get that kind of done. They can go anytime they go, they can come back anytime they like to have spare time and they have money. So I want to start a business by the side. Third, oh, my wife is not doing anything much. I want to start a business for my wife. Oh, my son has graduated. I'm looking for something to set up for my son or for my daughter. So there are different options. There are different situations where people are looking to open new businesses. So that's the time they are looking to buy a franchise. They are looking to venture into business which I've tried and tested, and they know the brand already. They want to invest in a tested brand. Am I going too fast?
No.
We are okay. So my first question is, what is franchising? Franchising is a method whereby the franchisor, so we are going to learn about some terminology about franchising. So first terminology is franchisor, franchisee, and the don't mind my spelling. Spelling may be wrong. Okay, you know, say I don't go so well. The spelling mistake is allowed. Okay? So franchisor is the one who owns the brand. Franchisee is the one who has bought the brand. And franchise is that business. So I have the franchise of McDonald's and the franchisee of McDonald's, and the franchisor of McDonald's. Those are the three terminologies which has come up now. Franchisor, franchisee, and the franchise itself. Now, let me assume that we know what is franchising by now. Let's assume. Why? Why should one go for franchising? Why? Okay, before we go there, let me go to another side of it. Except 2 or 3 people, everybody said that they are entrepreneurs. And those entrepreneurs, they said all of them they want growth. All of them they want expansion. So, can somebody tell me from their real life experience as an entrepreneur, what are the challenges faced in growth? What are the challenges you face if you want to grow your business? What are the challenges you face? Hold on. Money, okay? Funding. Money, I'm writing money because Pidgin English, you know the term I had very well. Money, simple money, yes?
Government policies.
Employee, people, okay? Yes, please.
Government policies.
Understanding of market, market understanding, okay? Market understanding. So we face a rising problem. Who said so? Marketing your budget. As a business person, we face difficulty in advertising, is it? That means marketing, right? Knowing the market, right? Getting more market share, okay? Okay, so I will not use advertising. I'll just say market understanding or more market understanding or more market, more sales, okay? Which other problem do we face? Government policies. Give me an example of government policies. Sorry? Generally, whether you're a businessman or not businessman, how are they?
Taxation.
Tax, okay? Sorry? Finance Act, that's right. Maybe regulatory authorities like maybe NAFTA, maybe SOM, etc. Okay. What other challenges do you face as entrepreneurs in terms of growth? What challenges do you face?
Scalability.
Yeah, so that's your problem. Scalability is a problem, but why are you not able to scale?
Because you need to protect the product.
Meaning what?
So if you have a product,
yes,
you need to protect that product so people do not, end up stealing your idea. More like protecting that your brand. Yeah, like kind of protect like this. Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Let's say ideas, okay? I'm coming to that. Maybe I should just take a 1-minute break to talk about these ideas. This fear is having that my idea will be stolen. It's very common. But believe you me, it is not a genuine problem. If you sit down on Google and you Google, you will get hundreds and thousands and lakhs and millions of ideas. So you having a particular idea and you try to share the idea with either your employee or assuming your business partner or co-founder, you should not be afraid. I'm coming. Let us settle down. So, you should not be afraid of losing that idea. The reason is just one reason, is the execution. How you execute an idea is only you can do that idea in that manner. Even if you share the idea with somebody, or somebody to steal it, it will not be more not easy like that. Not easy like that. Not easy like that. So that fear has to be out. That fear has to be out. So we'll come to that. So we are now discussing the problems faced by entrepreneurs in terms of growth. When you want to grow your business, what are the challenges faced? Somebody said finance, took money. Somebody said right people to manage the business as such. Some people say how to understand the market, how to gain more market. Somebody said government policies is the problem in growth, like taxation, NAFTA, etc. Is there any other problem we are facing? Structure and processes. Okay? Structure, processes, systems. Okay? What do you mean by when you say the structure, systems, processes? What do you mean by that?
When you use it, you look at your process, then you will have a certain level of
No, repeat, start from here. For you?
For me, when I think about structure, my brand,
Yeah.
how we're able to conduct our business and to prepare that everyone will be same way
That's
to get the same result.
That's now you're already looking at setting up a branch. Is it? When you're saying the growth, so you're not. Your answer is now towards not growing in the same location. You're saying growing in terms of having a different branch. So you're saying if I want to open a branch too, if my structure, processes, and systems are not put in place, you may not be able to open a second branch. Are we together? Okay. Which are the other problems we face? Now, on this system, processes, and structure, the way I would like to put it is that if I have a business and that business is able to run without me being physically there as an entrepreneur, that means that business can grow. That means I can have a second branch. Because usually entrepreneur will say, oh, I have a branch in VI, I'm doing very well. But there are a lot of customers coming from Lakey, but if I want to tap that market, am I going to divide myself into two? Am I going to kill myself? All those kinds of statements are there. That how am I going to be at both the places? So if you are an entrepreneur and the business is revolving around you, it's not a business. It's not a business. I learned this very late in life. Let me share this story with you. I was doing trading of plastic raw materials. That's buying and selling of plastic raw materials. So plastic industries, we used to sell to them. So those LDP, HDP, all those granules, we used to sell to them. They'll be producing nylon bags, buckets, handles, containers, etc., etc. So my job was to give them raw materials. One of the traders in plastic raw material. I was doing every month 3,500 metric tons a month. Let's assume 3,000 metric tons a month. Divide by 30. How many tons a day? 100 tons a day. Now, 100 tons a day, and each truck used to be 10 tons. So it means I have to have minimum 10 trucks come in, and I have to have 10 trucks go out. And the worst part was, I was doing retail, semi-wholesale, wholesale, and overseas purchases. So it means if you came into my office and you wanted one bag, I will sell to you. You want 10 bags, I will sell to you. You want 1 ton, I will sell to you. You want 5 tons, I will sell to you. You want 10 tons, I will sell to you. You want 5 containers, I will sell to you. So any quantity, no barrier. You bring retail till. Why am I saying that? Because that means the activity was a lot. I think my daily bank statement used to go to like 3 or 4 pages. So every evening my accountant would reconcile that, okay, everybody has paid money, this and that. So daily statement would be like 3 or 4 pages. And the whole Babel booklet like this, half of the booklet will be exhausted by the end of the day. So my nephew, my sister's son, came visiting me, young boy like this. He was sitting down, said, can I have tea with you? Serve him tea. And he saw how busy I was. Do this, do this, do this, do this. He now asked me, he said, Uncle, can I ask you something? I said, please go ahead. He said, who does purchases in your company? At that time in my business was me and my younger brother. I said, okay, the local purchases, when we are buying from locally here, I do the local purchases. The overseas purchases, my younger brother looks up. So who handles the sales? The walking customers who are coming in, I handle them. But the factories, my brother goes around, waka, 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 he sells market to them. Okay. Who handles the account? Okay, I have the accountant, but I will see him when he's doing the reconciliation. Who handles the logistics and the warehouse? So I have people, but I oversee them and reconcile the stock and everything. So he literally made me realize that everything was rolling between me and my brother. That's why he has not finished actually. We are laughing. Make I drop my or you know where I'm going, I mean. Okay, so he asked me, what's the name of your company? So I said, the name of my company is Success Plastic and Industries Limited. So well, I think you should change the name. So wow, you don't like the name Success? So no, not that I don't like the name. It should be Shailesh and Pradeep Nigeria Limited. Now, you can laugh now. That time I was busy with my activities. I didn't understand his message. When I went home, after my dinner, I was just wondering what he was saying. That night I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I realized that I'm doing 3,500 metric tons. But God forbid, if I drop dead tomorrow, that business is gone. The business has zero value. So, what I realized there is that the business, as an entrepreneur, the business should be such that it should be able to run without you. Why? One, so that you can pursue other things, including vacation, spend time with the family, etc., etc. But the second point as an entrepreneur is that if I want to exit from that business, if I want to leave that business, I should be able to set that business, right? I have worked hard to get to the result of 3,500 metric tons. I did not start from 3,500 metric tons. I have a customer base, I have a loyalty, I have a team, I have structures, everything is in place, right? But everything was revolving around me and my younger brother. So I realized that something is wrong somewhere. So as entrepreneurs, what we should know is that our company should be able to run without us. In other words, when we are setting up our businesses, that's where the structure, processes, and systems come in place. It should be such that our business should be sellable. I will repeat. Our business should be sellable. Meaning what? Meaning, if I want to exit the business, I should be able to get some value of that business which I have set up. Some people are looking at me like this. Make I set up business. Then make I sell my business. How? That's my baby. You won't make I sell my baby. Some people have that thing in their mind, I mean. So I'm saying the business should be sellable. Whether you sell it or not is your decision. The business should be sellable. Whether you want to sell it or not is your decision. Whether you want to sell it today or after 5 years, that's your decision. But it should be sellable. So as you see me now, that my company, I have left that trading because of that my nephew. I left that trading. Why? I can't come and kill myself now. So I now set up my own new business, which is Securities Insurance Brokers Limited. In that, from the onset, I put structure, processes, and systems in place with the conscious mind that I want the business to run without me physically there. So when I did these slides, I spoke to Ayoko. So, Bros, I hope you have a laptop to run the slides. He said, we can arrange. I said, Bros, I don't get a laptop. Because in my office, I don't work. I have a team who works. I don't have a laptop. On a serious note, don't be joking. Neither for my house, neither for my office. I don't have a laptop. I don't have a laptop because I put systems, structures, processes in place so that it can work without me. So when I've been called for sessions like this, so today is Sunday, but sometimes they call me from Pay Foundation and other places on weekdays. And I go there without notice at times. So sorry, this my facilitator has been to us last time. Oh, this facilitator is not feeling well. Can you come down? I say yes. Then I reach there and say, Bros, you don't get work. I mean, that kind of question they do. Anytime they call you without notice, you tell. I say I get work. But my work is different kind of work. I have people who are working for me. My work is to see their work. That's all. And in my office, I'm the chief, what thing they call him? Business development manager. Come on, my own is business development. That is. customer acquisition and retaining that customer. So I'm supposed to be on free. If I take office, doing something wrong. Even I told my office people, come on that table, you give me a check. If you don't give me laptop, buddy, come on the table and chair. Since I'm not supposed to sit down in the office, why are you giving my table and chair in the office? So the point is that we should have businesses we should run without us. Now, that is where we entrepreneurs have a problem. You know where the problem comes? The problem comes about delegation. The problem comes, what this young man said, the person may steal my idea. The problem comes that if I teach my manager too much, my manager will leave me, go for another job. I'm coming to that. My manager will leave me because that is her business. If that kind of fear still in your body, you can't grow. You can't grow. Why? Because if, so as to say, in business, you want to do everything by yourself, there's a limit you can do. But by the time you have a team, together everybody achieves more. Your team will be able to work for you and you'll be able to grow. After I started my business, I've been able to branch to Ghana, India, Canada. So as I say here, all the 4 businesses, Lagos, Ghana, India, Canada, they're all 4 running there. And I don't need to be anywhere. So if a friend calls me say, will they go weekend, will they go Abepa, will they go Friday, will they go come back Sunday? Saturday now, let's take now. Weekend, weekday, I don't get problem. So I can follow my passion. So I have passion for teaching. That's what I'm doing there. I have passion for giving back to the society. I have some Rotarians in the house who can attest to the fact they will be grammar. Once there's a Rotary project, they will see me there. But some people might say, I will make money because I will see some insurance business from there. And I lie. I'm not making money from there directly, but I'm making money indirectly. If somebody can tell me how I'm making money indirectly from there, I will give you a gift. Listen to my question. That question is, I go to Rotary projects. I'm actively involved in Rotary. People think that I make money from there, but yes, I make money, but I don't make money directly. Indirectly, how do I make money from Rotary? Yes,
Connections.
no. So that no, wait, I'm coming. Connections is wrong because you think that because there are a lot of people there, you do network, and then I solicit their business. No, that's wrong.
Beauty relationships.
No, that's the same thing. They're using different English. We have got different English schools. Yeah, sorry. Huh? Hey, Antigo now. Please sit down. Sit down. You sit down. I think I'm coming to that. No. No.
I think your eyes are able to see more problems.
No.
Your products.
No. When I go there, most of the people they don't know what I do. Because I'm not going there to sell my market. And I consciously try not to sell. But if somebody comes to me and says, okay, I want to insure my car, I don't say no. But that's not my motive. That's not how I make my money there.
Your platform
Depends on passion, because when you are actually contributing to society, social projects and all, you are fulfilling and the person might be able to oversee the main business that you
That's what I owe you one. Let me say it in my own words. When you're giving back to society, you feel happy, you feel satisfied, you feel contented. So can I say in my own language that there are some immediately at the product you will see you are having some positive vibes or positive aura. Then you walk into a client's space. Hey, make I see how you don't go sign my paper. How you don't go sign my check. How you don't go buy my market. You go buy it. Immediately you see, there's something I like about you. I don't know what it is, but I like you. Person I have not met from Adam. So I like you from somewhere. Who said yes? And you franchise? You said no. You said that. Wait. Do you give back to society?
Yes, I do, sir.
So do you feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because this is what I'm saying. If you have not experienced it, you just be shaking head. That is okay. But the day you experience it, you remember say Otunba on so day and so place. You talk about because me sir has been on that seat before. I've heard it, but I have not experienced it at that point of time. So, okay, it's a good point to know. But when I experience it, that is why you see those who are in social service, Rotary Club or Lions Club or any charity activity, they are addicted to social service. They are addicted to giving back. Why am I spending time on this? That if you want to expand your business, if you want to grow in your business, giving back to society is an important aspect of business. Giving back to society is an important aspect of life. Giving is living. If you have not known how to give, you have not known how to live. You have not known how to live. So where were we? That we were to this man's point that stealing of ideas. So we need to delegate. So as entrepreneurs, we should have this mind, or we should take a conscious decision that I want to delegate. And that fear that the person will take my idea or take my customers, he had or that he had. So we are entrepreneurs here. Starting any business, is it easy? Is it easy? And then we ourselves are very say, my manager will now come out and start his own or her business. It's not that easy. Not that. Sorry? 3 years how?
No, you won't look at that.
So, in business, execution is an important aspect of it. So, that person leaving you and starting your own business is not that easy. If business was that easy, everybody would be entrepreneur. If business was that easy, people will not be working for government jobs. You won't have the teachers in school and all. Though some teachers are entrepreneurs who make money from handout, etc. But I'm talking about proper teachers who are doing teaching job as teaching. So where are we now? Okay, so coming back to our topic, that businesses should be able to run without us. Now, let's come back to our topic of franchising. Having set the background, having set the platform. Setting up businesses which can run without us can also be termed as we should make our businesses franchisable. How? By setting up structures, processes, systems. By having a team of people. By having a team of people whom we can delegate to. The usual problem we have in delegation is that the person, you think that the person will not do the job to the quality you can do. But you need to train the person. You need to put the person through. Maybe the person make mistake once, twice. But if Momo and making the same mistake 3 times, we are stuck now. Are you getting it? If the person makes mistake once, make no second. If the person makes the same mistake 2nd time, manage him. But if the person makes the 3rd mistake, the same mistake, let him go, let her go. That reminds me what my mentor, Sir Richard Branson, says about this topic. He said, train your people so well. Train your people so well so that they can leave you. Train your people so well so that they can leave you. But treat them so well that they don't want to leave you. Because the question comes, if you don't train your people, you say, okay, if I train my person, he will go. My question is, if you don't train your person and he continue working for you, go. No, think about it. You have not trained your staff. And why you don't train your staff? Because you think, say, if I train him, he will go. But my question to you is, if you don't train the person and the person continue working for you, and you will say my person, no, they grow. Who make I blame? The staff, I mean, you. I mean, so in franchising, the advantage of franchising is, somebody said, for growth, the problem is money. And Now you talk about say money is a problem, right? So assuming you want to open a branch too, right? So for that branch too, you will let's assume is a shop selling ready-made clothes. So for that shop, or let's say the coffee shop like Happy Coffee, you want to open a second location. You need to rent the place. You need to furnish the place. You need to put a generator. You need to pay for the NEPA bill. You need to pay for the staff. There are so many expenses, right? And also, after that, you need to manage that people. Is it not so? So, in franchising, what happens is, when you as a franchisor, are we together? You as a franchisor, when you give the franchise out, are we good?
Yes.
You as a franchisor, you give the franchise out. That franchisee has to have that location. That franchisee has to have that people. That franchisee will pay for the NEPA bill. That franchisee will pay for the things inside the shop or the location. So it means you're not investing money in the second location. Correct? You're not managing the people in the second location, but it is as a franchisor, your responsibility is to train those people. Because now you study that business. So the person who's buying the business, the franchisee who's buying that business, does not know that business. But you study the business, you know what you have gone through, you know the pains you have gone through, you know that you have a learning curve in that business. So you, as a franchisor, will set up the structures, processes, and systems, document them, and give it to the franchisee. It is for now the franchisee to invest the money, manage his people, look for new markets. You as a franchisor would have taken care of NAFTA, etc. So if, let's say, it's something to do with food and beverages, let's say it is Mr. Biggs eating a food outlet. So Mr. Biggs on his own level would have done the NAFTA part of it. You as a franchisee, you don't have to suffer on the government policies or regulation or the regulator as such. Yeah. Job of the franchisor is to give the business model to the franchisee. That's the structures, systems, processes. The job of the franchisor is to train the franchisee's people. The job of the franchisee is to bring in money, to get the location, to equip the location, manage those people trained by the franchisor, and it is the job of the franchisor to take care of basic regulations like NAFTA, SOM, etc. The franchisor who wants to sell the franchise has to have a good business venture which will attract the franchisee. So if I tell you today that, oh, I have a right and I can give you a franchise for McDonald's, and maybe McDonald's now is not here, right? But I heard some people want to bring McDonald's here. Or let's even say which are existing here. Let's say Domino, or let's say Burger King, which is already available here. That's okay. I'm in Nigeria. I have the rights to give franchise to anybody in Nigeria. You say, okay, I've seen a lot of Domino, I've seen a lot of Burger King, but in my area where I stay, suppose first time, I don't know, that there's no location, and you think that you want to have a location of Domino or Burger King, any of them in first time. So in that case, I'm the franchisor, you are the franchisee, you bring in the money, we will help you with training of the people, we will take care of the major government policies as such, you will be charge of that fresh start market as such, of that business. For the franchisee to buy that business, it should be something which is a good business. It should have a proven track record that, oh, I am this location and I have made money from that location. As a person who wants to become the franchisor, you could have one location or you could have more than one location which you own. But let's assume Happy Coffee. How many locations do you have?
We have three now, we have two.
You have two. So she has two locations which are owned by you. So if, assuming tomorrow she wants to give the franchise out, she has a track record of two locations. She has learning lessons from that two locations to train the franchise. Yeah? So when she wants to employ people, when she wants to train them, she has gone through a lot in that two branches. In how many years? 8 years. So she has suffered for 8 years to set up that two branches. Oh, and also for people to know Happy Coffee. So her own intellectual property of how the business is run, what are the problems she faced which you as a franchisee should not face? That's her job. What are the do's and don'ts? Okay, in that business, make sure you do this. Make sure you don't do this because I did this and I suffered. I did this and I lost money. Please, you should not do this. So all those are expertise will come on the table as a franchisor. So as a franchisor, let me take an example now. She, and let's assume he wants to be the franchisee in First Track. Do you have a branch in First Track? Not yet. So he has approached you that he wants to open a branch of Happy Coffee in First Track. First and foremost, your business should be franchisable. It means whatever you have on your head should be well documented. If it's not documented, you can't pass it on to him. He's interested. So your job is to do a document whereby you should be able to tell him what are the requirements. Okay, you need a space which is minimum, let's say 10 feet by 20 feet or 20 feet by 20 feet. You know the space, minimum space you need. You may also tell him that it should be in a busy area or it could be in a mall or somewhere you specify, which before giving him the franchise, they're going to inspect. Why? Because a wrong franchisee can spoil your brand name. If he takes it, yes, she has worked 8 years for that brand, and this person, just because he gets money and he wants to, and she knows she wants to open a fresh start, she will not rush into that. She will understand, okay, what is his background? Where is he coming from? Why does he want to invest in Happy Coffee? Is it him who will manage it? Is it he's going to give his wife? Or is it going to give to his son? Or what is his business model as such? So you will check the location. Once you're happy with the location, maybe it's a mall or it's a busy area, a junction, it's okay. You're okay with the location. So that means part of your requirement from the franchisee is a good location. Am I right? You should be able to tell him that to start, he will see one of your branches as a model. So it's okay. Do you want something like this? Yeah, I want something like this. Okay. How many? You will have to tell him how many staff will you need. Just give us a number. How many staff will you need to start in First Track? How many staff? You need minimum of 3 staff. Will you be able to get him those staff, recruit for him? He will pay the salaries. Will you be able to recruit for him? Because there are certain skills your staff needs. So he doesn't know that type of people, but you are in that industry. So will you be able to recruit that quality people who have that skill for him? And he has to pay for that. So are you ready to buy a Happy Coffee franchise whereby she's giving you all her processes, systems? Let's say there's a particular coffee. Give me a name of the coffee you sell. Ebano coffee. So there's a formula for that, right? So much of milk, so much of water, so much temperature, etc. She will give it to you and maybe teach your staff. It's called barista. The barista, the guy who does the coffee, his designation is barista. So she will train the barista how to mix it and all. So she will make sure that the business is a good business for you, that it is a profitable venture for you, which you will check the numbers like, okay, as per your estimation, you will now ask her, what do you think is going to be my monthly sales? What do you think is going to be my yearly sales? What do you think is going to be my probable expenses and go home, take home. How much am I going to make? That's how your broad questions, right? She should be able to document that and tell you that yes, if you open in first card, you're going to make so much money. Do you understand? I put a role play. She's the franchisor, he's the franchisee. So I've done a role play here that he wants to buy one, he wants to make sure that I'm making money. So that all should be documented. That only if he sees that there's a money making option, then only he's going to buy the franchise. Right? Now, can somebody tell me, looks so sweet and so nice, right? It looks sweet, right? She has a business, she wants to open an investor, he has the money, he wants to open because he also likes coffee. So I want to know, what do you think can go wrong in this? What do you think can go wrong with it? This is a transaction between Happy Coffee and the franchisee who wants to buy the investor. What do you think can go wrong? Or what are the challenges? Yes.
Many times the franchisees have their own ideas
And
they want to go a different route.
okay, hold on. You're right. So now, he's an entrepreneur, right? So with that franchisee, what will happen is he has limited option of using his creativity. He's bound by that agreement. There will be an agreement between them. So he's bound by that. He can't say, oh, she does her Habano with 10 grams of coffee. I want to do 12.5 grams of coffee or 50. She don't agree, because that's not the arrangement. This is my formula. You have to follow that formula. It's not because you like strong coffee, you're going to change your formula. Am I communicating? So it means, even though you're an entrepreneur, you have limited room for maneuverability because you have to work within that agreement. So what she said is correct. Okay, so that's one problem, that the entrepreneur, who's the franchisee now, will not be able to do much beyond what does the agreement say. He has to follow now book. Okay. Any other person?
ROI.
What do you mean by that?
Return on investment.
I understand the full form.
Yes.
What do you mean when you say ROI?
Yes, in the sense that if the franchisee is not making enough money, it will appear like the franchisee is wasting time and wasting resources.
Okay. So it's correctly said. Let us put it like this. She told him that technically this is going to be a yearly turnover. Technically, these are your expenses, and this is going to be your bottom line. This is the money you're going to make as per our own projections. It may not be so, but remember that he is working on the projections, and the footfalls may not be so there. She expected that the first time people will also embrace the coffee culture, but I don't know, for some reason, they don't want to embrace the coffee culture for some reason. It may not happen like that. That branch will grow. Amen? We're just discussing to understand what are the things which are possible. So, he may not get the return on investment which you projected for him. That will demotivate him, and then maybe you look at the clause in the agreement to shut down that agreement. That outlet. That means by the time you're now looking to expand to Ibadan, the person will say, okay, but there was somebody who opened in first track. No, there was no business. So that person will get discouraged. And you yourself don't want to get the prospective franchisee to get discouraged. So you have to make sure that hold his hand and he makes money, right? So when the agreement happens, there are two types of money the franchisor makes. First money the person makes is the initial franchising fee. Because she's partly with her structures, processes, systems, ideas, formulas, etc., she gets a upfront payment. If you Google that you want to buy a franchise for any of the popular brands, you will see how they write it. Initial $50,000 or $100,000 or 20 million naira or 30 million naira. They'll tell you that's the franchising fee. That's the first upfront money she will collect to sell her item, to give that whole concept to you. In that, she will going to tell you where to buy the machine, how to set up the counter, how to do the decor, how to do the signage, everything is part of the whole agreement. So she will collect that upfront money from you. Apart from that franchising fee, what she is going to collect on a regular basis is royalty. That royalty is calculated on his sales. So it means she will try her best that you have good sales, because from that sales, let's say the percentage agreed is 5%, she gets 5% of that. So she, on her own or with her team, she will make sure that your business is successful. Make sure that you're having enough sales so that she will be dropping that 5% every month or every year, whatever is the agreement. Are we together? So the franchisor charges franchising fee and the franchisor charges royalty. Franchising fee is one time upfront which has been agreed upon. That amount is based on how much money the person will make, because by the time he pays you 10 million, 20 million, 30 million upfront, he will calculate how much time does it take for me to recover that money I spent. Because apart from that money, he's going to spend money to rent the shop, to buy the furniture, all those things. So he will look at his total investment, and also the upfront money is also an investment. So you will now check, does it make sense or does it not make sense? Because if you are greedy and you put your franchising fee to be higher, you are making him run away from you, because it will not make return on investment make sense to him. So it's okay, I'll look for some other business, or I'll start my own business, or let me look for any other franchise option. Are we getting clear on this? I'm using this as an example so that we understand. I've done the role play between them as well. Okay. So one problem was that he might not make money as projected. First problem was that he has a limited option of run to get around the business. Any other problem you're envisaging in this business? Yes, sir.
Well, I think the case of Mr. Biggs locally here is an instructive one. If the both parties make adhere to the process which drive the franchise, everything collapses.
I didn't hear you. You get the example of Mr. Biggs?
Yes. So if the parties, both the franchisor and franchisee,
yes,
if they fail to adhere to the process,
yes,
the franchise system collapses.
Yes. So his fear is that outlet, that should I call that outlet that franchise? Yeah, that franchise may not make money. So that franchise may not make money. It could be problem either from the franchisor that he has not shared knowledge, has not shared the intellectual property very well, or he has not implemented what has been told by the franchisor. It could be any one of them, right? And then the franchise can yes. External.
Like you mentioned, Mr. Biggs was what Mr. Biggs was they are supported by all the people.
Okay, so Mr. Biggs was killed because they didn't want to change the time, right?
Yes.
That day I went to, what did I do yesterday? I went to Domino's. No, they were selling jollof rice. No, it shocked me. No, I don't go lie, it shocked me. So they started from pizza, and they have the bread things and cheese things. This. But it shocked me. Say for their menu, they get jollof rice, they get plantain, they get pop. No. It shocked me. No, it shocked me. See, yes, KFC was selling jollof rice. I did not expect Domino. I did not. Maybe the way my brain was wired, I don't know. But I was looking at it. I was ready for pizza. Of rice. Before I looked plantain. Where it shocked me was confirmed. No. So Mr. Biggs not change on. I mean, the competition here, they try to do different things. This one, they were Mr. Biggs and Mr. Biggs and Mr. Biggs. Okay, that's not it. So let's go back. So we said the entrepreneur does not have much maneuverability and to use his creative skills. 2, the return on investment may not come up as expected. 3, the management either by the franchisee or the franchisor may not be as planned and the business might fail. Okay, what again? What other problems do you envisage?
There's an alteration in the recipe.
If there's an alteration in the recipe, etc., that's the part of that's the responsibility of the franchisor to be in constant touch with the franchisee and keep updating them. But whereas when the franchisor is not doing the job very well, then the business will fail. If you have changed something, or you have gotten something better, or you have gotten some raw materials which are cheaper and you're not passing down to your franchisee. Franchisee will lose at that. No, so that's one of the things I was expecting to hear on how do you monitor your franchisee. So it means if you're looking at the bigger picture, so you should have a compliance team or a audit team who go and do an HRM or what do you call it, a certain audit to their place to see if they are following what we are saying. I was told that KFC, their fried chicken, it is not sold within so many minutes. They need to trash it. And even for that trashing, sorry? Yeah, but money is gone, but they just can't put it in their dustbin. They have a machine which will shred it, and it goes to the trash. Just come, oh, this one has taken, I don't know how many minutes, whether 20 minutes or, I think it was 9 minutes or 20 minutes or something. Let's say it's 20 minutes. So within 20 minutes of frying, it's not been sold, and they need to trash it. That doesn't mean you will take it and put it in the dustbin. No, even that trashing has a system. Even that trashing of the leftover chicken has a process. It has a system to follow. So you as a franchisor have to take note of so many minute things. That is why you as a franchisor is getting the franchisee fee. That is why you as a franchisor has to make sure that all that small things he knows so that his business is successful. In turn, you make money not only from that royalty from this business, somebody else will come to you. Oh, I heard my cousin bought your franchise. I also want it for Enugu. Oh, my auntie bought it for Lagos. I want to buy it for Abuja. If he's not successful, you won't get people coming to you that they want to buy your franchise. So you as a franchisor, main thing is you should not rush it that, oh, I have a business, let me franchise it now. It's sweet money. I'm getting franchising fee, I'm getting royalty. So you should not rush it. So you have to make sure that you put everything in document, because remember that success of that franchise is your success. Yes, of course, he's going to make money, but you are first going to make money from the franchising fee and on a regular basis from his royalty. The bank will do credit alert. Now, where are we now? Let's go through this. Let's see what. Okay, fine. No. Think about that. Are you good without the slide?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this different outlets we see, whether it is KFC, whether it is Burger King, whether it is Slot, etc. Some of them are managed by the franchisor. Let me repeat that. In the example I just gave, Happy Coffee is the franchisee. There's an option. That instead of you to manage the people, she will say, I will employ those people, I will manage them back, she will supervise. How to supervise is not your headache, you don't have to supervise. She will manage it for you. Why she's giving you the franchise? Because she doesn't have the money. She doesn't have the money to pay for the rent and all the accessories, raw material, etc. Because she doesn't have that money. She can even, that's an option available between the agreement between the franchisor and franchisee, that it can be the franchisor managed. Franchisor managed outlet. This franchisor managed is very popular in terms of chain of hotels. So today, I want to have a chain of Protea Hotel. Today, I want to have a chain of Marriott Hotel. But I must have that business because on the face of it looks so simple now. Nobody when people come give them the rooms and collect money. It looks so simple. But at the back end, it's not easy. Maintenance of the whole property, the housekeeping, the type of different things by staff. Some might steal towels, some might steal spoons, some might steal frying pan. I don't know. So it's a headache. It's a headache. So I, as an investor, me, I don't want to manage that kind of thing. And in a hotel, they could be in a big hotel, they could be like 100 staff. I can't manage 100 people now. I'm not sorry, I'm not going to hospitality school where I will take manage all of them. And somebody will say, okay, appoint the CEO, appoint the MD. But if I appoint an MD and CEO, I have that option. I can take that option. It's not wrong. But I will say, okay, if I appoint an MD CEO, the guy will give me story because you know, I know Sami. But if I appoint an MD CEO, if I appoint an MD and CEO, and she is the one supervising, she's the one as a franchiser, she's managing them. It will be easy, right? Because she has done it before, she knows her job. That CEO cannot give the person the franchise the drama which she can CEO can give me, cannot give her because she knows what it is, right? So there will be some outlets which are franchisor owned. So she has 2 outlets. So tomorrow when she wants to send franchising, she wants to franchise out, at least she has 2 franchisor owned outlets, and franchisor owned and franchisor managed. And when she's giving the franchise out, if she has given 10 franchise out, maybe one of them will say, I don't want the headache of management. She might want to take it up on her, and the remaining 9 can be managed by those people who have bought the franchise. Are you good? Okay. Now, quickly, within 1-2 minutes, give me examples of successful franchises in Nigeria, Nigerian brands. I don't want to hear foreign brands. But, okay, I'm coming. Okay, hold on. No. You know, remember when somebody said something before, I said we're going to talk about the difference between agency and franchising. She said Bet Nigeria. I'm not 100% sure, but to best of my information, I may be wrong, that Bet Nigeria is not franchising. It's an agency. Let me tell you the difference between franchisor, franchising, and agency. Let's take an example of again Happy Coffee. You have taken the franchisee of Happy Coffee. When you go to the 2 outlets, whether this outlet or this outlet, they look the same. In that outlet, you don't go sell anything except Happy Coffee and what is on the original menu. Let me say, because space there, you will now put cloth or space there, so you want to sell puff there. You cannot because that's the arrangement. Now, Bet Nigeria, according to me, is an agency. Let's say you're Bet Nigeria and your agent, you're telling me, help me sell. As I'm selling, I'm getting commission. So if I have a lounge where people will come, I can set up a Bet Nigeria for one corner. I can be selling my food, my drinks or whatever, just because I have people coming into my premises. I'm taking your agency, so I'm selling on your behalf and I'm collecting commission. So what I'm doing by my side is not your headache. So if I like, I make I sell pork. If I like, I make I sell catfish with the soup. That's not your headache. Are we having a difference?
Yeah.
That with an agency on your same location, you can sell what you want to sell because what you are selling on behalf of the agency, you are getting commission. How you sell? If you don't sell, shishi, no go get. I mean, so that's what they do. So they are saying, we already have a space, we already have the footfalls, and you will help them sell, right? So for now, for this purpose, for now, I may be wrong. I'm not taking Bet Nigeria as an example because I'm taking Bet Nigeria as an example of agency. Anybody else give me an example of franchising in Nigeria, Nigerian brand? Wait, Habib Yoghurt, yeah? Habib Yoghurt? Good. Chicken Republic, yes. Huh? Slot, yes, I said it before, you guys. The very expensive one. Me talk now. Tantalizer, I think she's company owned. I think she took money from the bank and she started opening her own. I'm not sure of that.
They were doing franchise.
They were doing franchising. Okay, I was not aware. Even the Med Plus and all those pharmacies, I think they got some funding from the bank. I think they own them, I think, no? Okay, which other one is, Nigeria one? Which other one? Sorry? Which one? He can go. He can go. I mean, he can go. That's a foreign branch of us. I'm talking about Nigeria, where our own people live it, and they were able to franchise out. So we said,
Can we
yes.
say NNPC?
Which one?
NNPC.
Yes. So the NNPC or the Forte Oil and all these outlets you see, the filling station belongs to somebody else. But if you look at the whole, any filling station there, you will see they are safe. Which other one? You were saying that one already before. You raise your hand before, then you put your hand down.
Okay, I actually started a franchise called My Pharmacy.
My pharmacy.
Yes.
Online pharmacy, is it? Or
No, there's a physical.
okay, you did franchising on that. Okay. Okay, very good. Which other one? Sorry? Okay, what I have here is a school called Meadow Hall School, that Habib Yoghurt. MTN, those outlets you see for MTN, they are franchised out. Yes. And the laundry called Clean Ace. Clean Ace is franchised. And Glow, MTN, the outlets. And even a friend of mine works for Ikeja Electric. Ikeja Electric, other outlets, they are franchised. Okay. The foreign brands, we know the foreign brands. There are so many of them. ShopRite, Spa, Marriott, UPS. So, by giving these different examples, we are trying to see that they are from different industries. They are from different industries. It could be real estate, it could be laundry, it could be hotel, it could be food and beverages, it could be supermarket. So they are in different industries, yes? So quickly, Subway has 42 locations, McDonald's is showing their 33,000 locations, KFC is showing that they serve 12 million people every day, Burger King, 13,000 locations, 7-Eleven, 55,000 locations, then, okay, you're there, okay, okay, you're there. And then Hertz, the car hire people, they're in 147 countries, and they attend to 30 million reservations annually. Okay? We have international brands, Starbucks, Coffee, ShopRite, Spa, UPS, Great Clips, the hair salon, Anytime Fitness, Gym, Jam Pro, Dream Location. So on this fitness line, the iFitness, I spoke to them. Up till now, they're using their money or they've gotten some funding. All the branches, they are owned by them. But in this year, they want to franchise it out. So if anybody needs iFitness franchise, let me know. The owner is my friend, Kusho. Okay, that's good. So we already said the discussion difference between agency and franchising. Agency works on commission only. Agent is usually permitted to do. Agent is usually permitted to do any other non-operating business. So not that you have that Nigeria that you look for other betting. No, you can sell some other thing, but yes. You wanted to say something? Yes.
But for Habib Yoghurt, that they actually sell other things like retailer. So they have like a supermarket.
Yes, so that's the agreement between them. So I as Habib can also give you the product to keep it on the shelf of the supermarket. Yes. So that's
I mean, as a like a retailer like myself.
yes.
I have a product and
Yes.
they were my outlets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that they're using different channels. So one channel is having a franchise, a proper shop like them. Second outlet is giving to existing outlets, maybe a supermarket or anybody who's ready to keep their product. Okay, let's go. Advantages of franchising. Market penetration. We said marketing was important, right? Brand recognition, you get growth, you make money, reduce failure rates because the franchisor is giving you idea what to do and what not to do. So your chances of failure becomes less. Tested systems, ease of operation because the franchisor is teaching your team how to do the operations. Staff level is the franchisor who can help you get the staff, and you can be your own boss if you're franchising. Okay, next go. Then I said disadvantage. The disadvantage is that work within the agreement. We discussed that even though you are an entrepreneur, because of the agreement, you have to work within the agreements. Even agreements sometimes will be very one-sided in favor of franchisor. So those on both the sides of the table, if you want to be a franchisor, do an agreement such a way that it's a win-win situation, not that you draw an agreement which is totally on your side just because you want to sell that franchise. So that's a disadvantage in franchising, that the agreement can be sometimes one-sided in favor of the franchisor. Limited trading opportunity we discussed. Investment versus the rate of returns we discussed. Selection of wrong franchisor or franchisee. We discussed that also, that if is the wrong selection, we might spoil the brand name of Habib Yoghurt because he's not running the franchise very well. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what's the way forward? Having said all this, advantages, disadvantages, how it's going, what's the way forward? Mindset. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to franchise your business out, Habib Yoghurt wants to franchise her business out, she has to have a mindset that, yes, I want to document my systems, my processes, my checks, my balances. I need to document. I need to make it such a way that somebody else should be able to replicate it. So that's the mindset. That you need to make a conscious decision that, yes, I want to run a business which cannot without. So he's in Festac, you are individual, so you don't need to go to Festac physically. He will run the show for you, but you show him the road. You teach him the way. You teach his team the way. So that's the mindset. Document all the processes, the standard operating procedures. Make your business franchisable. That's where we started from. If you want to franchise your business out, the cocoa is your business should be franchisable. That you should be able to run without you being physically there. That's what I'm saying here. Business should be able to run without entrepreneurs' physical presence. Agreement should be mutually benefit, win-win situation. That it should not be one-sided. I think that's all. Yeah. So we saw that we didn't run the slides, but in the last 5 minutes we went through the slide, and I think most of the things we covered by writing this thing and from being good from everybody here. And that's
Questions?
yes.
Thank you. So I have a new franchise that I want to take out.
You're a franchisor now.
I mentioned I started one for pharmacy.
Yes, so you're a franchisor.
Yes.
Okay, you want to give the franchise out.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
So what are the? So I had several challenges in my contract
Yes.
with the former experience.
Yes.
Maybe I just said I want to hear.
Yeah.
What are the loopholes you look out for in the contract itself? Because yes, mindset, yes, documenting the processes, sending out people to do audit and checks and so on. What clauses have you seen that have led to failure of franchise business in Nigeria or anywhere else you have knowledge of?
Experience is the best teacher. So if you have already run and that you have experienced more than me, you should be in a better position. But the key areas is clarity of thought. Clarity of thought in terms of what you are doing and how are you going to pass that knowledge or that business model to somebody who's interested. So if you as a franchisor don't have clarity of mind how the business is run, you know in your head, but you're not able to document it properly, then that will be a mistake from your end. It may not be a mistake from the legal agreement side of it. It may be a mistake from not documenting the structure and processes well. So maybe we can spend some time and have a look at it properly, because if I want to generalize that your question is too broad, I cannot say what would have gone wrong. So we discussed when they were discussing this example. If he is not able to execute well, she has done her documentation well, but he's not able to execute well, the business is going to fail, right? And we said when you're doing the legal agreement, it should be a win-win situation, so that you're not too harsh on the franchisee, so that trying to squeeze out maximum profit from that person as such. So, and because you have to allow him to breathe. Because only when he breathes, he's going to make money for you directly and indirectly also. Directly in form of royalty and indirectly in form of getting more across so that more people will buy your franchise.
Yeah, so my question is around what kind of businesses are more franchisable? It seems to be more of a product based and not service based. So, and that will be the first question. So the second question is, if it is a service, so for service-based business, what's the model of franchising service?
Okay, this question is that product-based businesses are more franchisable than service-based. Maybe yes, maybe no. So I will tell you to read a book. Do you know a book? Sorry? No. Build to sell. That one is talking about a service company. That's purely on service. That book is purely on service. So I said earlier that everybody should read that book. So whether you want to become a franchisee or no, but so far you agree that growth can happen only when the business is able to run without you. Then you have the free mind to think about, let's do this. But if you're covered down with day-to-day operations, you can't think big because you're engrossed in the day-to-day operations. So build to sell shows us how a business can run without the entrepreneur being there. And I made a statement also. While setting up a business which is sellable, it's not necessary that you should sell, but it should be sellable. So if after some time I want to exit, I have some other opportunity, or let's say I want Japan or whatever may be the case, that business should be able to get me some money. I worked hard for that company. It should not be just because I'm leaving the country, close down the business, returns from that business is zero. No, that's wrong. I should be able to sell my business. So that's the answer to your question. Yes.
Thank you very much. Is that a clear difference between this franchise business and the monopoly?
I won't confuse me here. Okay, what's the meaning of monopoly? This business don't get competition now. Before, never get monopoly. I get monopoly. Even now, I don't get monopoly. Before, never get monopoly. Even now, never no get monopoly. So which monopoly they talk about now? Please, don't confuse me here. What happened? Today na Sunday.
The reason why I'm saying after I was some money back come out from nowhere.
Somehow?
Money back.
Money back
Uh-huh.
can come out from nowhere after 5 years of operating your franchise and establish a similar company very close to the place where the franchisee are doing.
Bros, make you do am now. You think say that easy like that? She has suffered for 8 years. She get 2 branches. Now you can't even if I tell her that I want to open a franchise in first time, she's not ready. You understand? So that fear is started by who said ideas? This guy said ideas. I'm not going to say if you fear that your idea somebody will steal am. You know easy like that. I beg. Come on that fear for body. I beg. I take God personal. Let me hear this question.
Usually businesses where people can work, buy whatever they are doing or undertake whatever services they need and live immediately with it. So I'm here today because this is one of the business growth models we're looking at. Well, my kind of business has always been one that can work for us. So what we do custom products. That is someone has to tell us they want something from we do custom products. So I'm wondering now, when we run franchising and people okay, currently we have 3 locations. We started the locations as just like our head office is very we produce these products and everything, but over time we realized that it costs too much to run productions and everything. So we eventually have to turn our branches into take-off centers and experiences that people can come and see what they get. And we run production for our head office. So now, if they have to replicate, if they have to have people grow, let us franchise and everything, how do we ensure that this business can work for us and increase our profits and everything?
From what I understand is you do customized products.
Yes.
And your strength lies in producing that product. You're looking for market so that the market you can penetrate the market.
This is more idea.
So maybe franchising may not be your franchising could be if you look at it, but what comes to my mind immediately is agency. Let me explain. We do example of Niger is agency. So all they have to do is, let's say it's your business and your agent. I will have your catalog in my premises. Whatever you can produce is all in the catalog. Your company name will be there. Don't even think, say that you own that shop, but it's an agency. So when she brings the order to me, I will pretend, say, let me get that factory, say, Shomolu. I will pretend, say, my factory will produce it by Thursday, by Friday, come and pick it up. She don't know, say, that I'm the agent to you, but I will come and say, my factory. Because without that, she cannot have that confidence that I will do. So your samples, your catalog will be there, I'll be your agent. And if I'm able to get order, you pay me commission. If I don't get any orders, you don't pay me anything. So you have to look for places where you can get an agent where there's already a footfall. I'm just giving an example. Having coffee. Maybe she has a table. All you need is one table space and you can display here. Maybe put a digital screen here or a roller panel here or something. When people are having coffee, they're sitting down. As they're sitting down, okay, how much? So she already has the footfalls. She wants to be the agent, but she doesn't want your franchise because that's not the business she wants to do. Her business is coffee. Her business is not your customized product. So she can be your agent, so she can get. So in that case, getting the roller planner, getting the table, getting the sample, getting the catalog, and your headache. If she's able to sell, you put your person there. You put your person there because she doesn't have time to explain the product. So you have this one. See the quality of this one. You know, this red is different from ruby red. Do you want ruby red, or you want fuchsia red, or you want pink red? She knows Sabi. Put your person there so that you, as who are giving her the agency, don't have to rent the place. So you have to have an agreement with her. Two types of agreement. Either you pay her a monthly rent whether you sell or no sell, or she's an entrepreneur. She wants to make money. Okay, for every sales, I want this one. Simple as that. So you are looking at more of an agency model than the franchising model as for what information I can think. But we can talk offline and think about it. Hold on. Let's finish this. Let's finish.
Thank you so much for your beautiful presentation. I want to ask this. You always talk about the royalty payment, and I also have the periodic payment, and if so, how are they calculated?
Okay, so royalty payment, it depends on the agreement. Between us, we can have a monthly, we can have quarterly, or we can have yearly. It's based on what two of you have decided. Usually, it's a yearly one that when you finish your year, you make your balance sheet, you see how much is the profit and loss, except now you see your sales, and then you give yearly. But some person say, no, I can't wait, let's do quarterly. It's okay. It's a mutual agreement.
Thank you, sir. My question is, what are some of the basic structural processing systems you can put in order to franchise your business?
Very simple. Whatever system, structures, process you want to put in your business, based on your business, it should be targeted towards two things. One, that you should not be physically present at the second outlet. Yeah? Let's say I want to be the outlet at Fresh Track. So your business, you don't need to be at Fresh Track. That's the first thing. Secondly, that all what you have here, you should be able to document so that I can run without you being there. Nobody say every minute I will call, okay, bros, this person say ask this thing, that person ask second question, bros, sorry, this person, no. You should be able to pass on that to me. So all, depending on the business, you should be able to document it and pass it on to me. That's what we mean by structures, processes, systems, checks, and balances.
Thank you very much. I want to ask a question. Now, for the product and this franchise, who dictates the price? Is it the franchisor or the franchisee? And I am bringing this case study of two extreme cases. For example, the franchisor is here in Lagos, and they're expecting the franchisee is in somewhere like Atlanta, where
standard of living or the disposable income is less, the rent is less, the salaries are less.
The prices of raw materials are equally too. So how do we go about fixing the price?
Okay, so that is have to be mutually agreed upon because you as a franchisor, him as a franchisee, both of you in your mind, you want the business to work, right? And also, I don't believe there's any monopoly of any product now. So if he's starting your outlet in Kaduna, definitely he has competition. So the pricing will be have to based on that as such. So definitely it's mutually agreeable. And but it's once this is the extreme case you said, but if it's within certain city limits, then you have to maintain price uniformity because then you say okay, any branch you go, it will be the same price. But if it's from Lagos to Kaduna or Lagos to Abakaliki, yes, you might have some differences. Maybe the rent is not the same, maybe the salaries and wages are not the same, or maybe you are able to source the raw material at a cheaper price. So yes, your competition will do the same thing, right? So if the price is high, you may not be able to sell. So that's mutually agreeable. She was raising her hands before.
Let's take two more questions. Two more questions.
So she has been raising her hand because the mic was that side there. Go on.
Last question. Okay, thank you very much so far. So my question is, what should be the duration or the period for this franchising? Then, can the contract between the franchisor and the franchisee be reviewed from time to time, or it should be a one-off thing? Then, if it is possible, at what point will it be reviewed? Thank you.
There will be definitely a legal agreement between the franchisor and the franchisee. There will be a legal agreement for sure. Lawyers will be involved. Yes, it should have a room for review. It should also have a time duration, maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, depending on the nature of the business again. And very important, not only in this agreement, entrepreneurs should take note whenever you're entering into any agreement, is the exit clause. Whenever I get an agreement for a business and I give it to my lawyer goes to the last page or the second last page. So I learned from her. It's, I'm giving you an agreement and you're just you're going to the last page or the second last page. So do you know what I'm looking at? I said, no, if I knew what you are looking at, I would be a lawyer and I will go to school now. He said, what I'm looking at is the exit strategy. You want to enter into any partnership, any agreement. The exit strategy. How can the franchisor exit on what basis and what terms and conditions? If I as a franchisee want to exit, what are the terms and conditions attached to it? It should be clearly mentioned. So the period of review is mutually agreeable. The duration usually is from 3 years to 5 years. 10 years becomes too long in this time and age. So maybe like 3 years, 5 years you are there. And review will also usually be a yearly review. So okay, let's review it. Suppose the royalty, the person is collecting a royalty of 5%. You can now say, okay, we can now say, again, to be reviewed after a year or after 2 years, you may negotiate, oh, and you've done good business now, you made so much money, and we now negotiate the royalty to 2.5% or 3%. You look at the number, no, let's make it 4%. So yeah, let's, from henceforth, it's 4%. So you have negotiated on that. But that will be clearly mentioned in the agreement at what point of time you need to negotiate, you can negotiate.
Thank you very much. If I may add, I think there should also be force majeure in whatever contract. Looking at what happened during NSAS, particularly in Nigeria, or in COVID. So force majeure is also very important here. So my question is about business development professionals, business development service providers. Like we run a hub here in exponential of we have digital marketers, we have talent developers and all that. And the issue is, do we need a special training in order to help SMEs, create a franchise? That is my question. Or is it the normal idea we have of flowcharts or SOPs and everything? Does that suffice, or do we need special training?
Are you talking about exponential help as a case study, or you're talking about SMEs in general?
I'm talking about business development service providers. Like you have SMEDAN certified, you have World Bank certified, I'm ILO certified. We are business development service providers, but we were not like, designated as people who would help to build a franchise. So now that I've heard of this, I'm just wondering from your experience, do we require special training, additional training in order to help SMEs transit to create franchises? Because not everybody can write their own SOPs.
So, franchising, I don't know now how many of you agree with your knowledge before and from little what I've been able to talk from my experience that franchising is a good option for growth. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Now, Habib Coffee thinks the same thing. But my expertise is coffee, my expertise is running that business, my expertise is going to events, setting up coffee shops, doing pop-ups, etc. She doesn't have the expertise whereby she will document all this which is in her head. Definitely, she needs services of a franchise consultant. Likewise, you have franchise lawyer or franchise attorney. What am I trying to say here? There are so many consultants, but each consultant has his area of expertise. So you need to look for a consultant who is capable of documenting what is in your head into paper with the mindset that it should be franchisable, number one. Number two, you as a franchisor also have to fix the price for franchising fee. So if she wants to open in first card, this guy is agreeing. She knows you need the space of 10 by 20. She knows it needs 3 staff. She knows where to get the machine. She knows where to get the raw material. But then, does she know as sitting down how much should be the franchising fee? Do you know? Do you know how much royalty are you going to collect from him on monthly or quarterly basis? She doesn't know. So that consultant who is going to document the system processes and balances and checks and processes, he will also himself or with the help of his partner who is more financially or himself is financially advanced to bring up scenarios to come up with that figure which is practical because you want to maximize your franchising fee, but at the same time it should make sense for his return on investment. You want to get your maximum royalty, but at the same time you should not kill his business because if you are killing his business, you are killing your business. So it should be win-win. It should have a number which is practical, which maybe I as an entrepreneur, I don't have that skill set. I don't have that skill set to do. So I hire a consultant. Unfortunately, one of my friends was here. He is capable of doing that. That's what he does for a living. He can do all those things. So those are franchise consultants. And then you have franchise lawyers, franchise attorneys, who you ask about in that agreement, what should be the clauses. Now, you know, in lawyers, they have lawyers who are specialized in real estate. There are lawyers who are criminal lawyers. There are lawyers who are family lawyers, divorce lawyers. There are lawyers who specialize in intellectual property, etc. Right? So they have area specialization. Like that, these lawyers have specialty in franchising because day in, night out, they look at franchising agreements. So they know the loopholes. They know where the other businesses are created. They have learned from the experiences. They have drafted several agreements between franchisor and franchisee. So they'll be able to give you a better idea than your lawyer who has been your friend for 10 years and been helping you to rent the office, to rent the house, to look into that. It's okay. That's their job. But if you look at a specialist, he will deliver the value what you're looking for. Have I answered you?
Somebody wants to ask a question around government policies. Should we take it? I already said that's the last question. Or should we take one more? So can we take one more?
Thank you very much. So my question is around government policies because that's like the area where businesses don't have control over. And I would say government policies usually kill businesses. For instance, during the EndSARS, because I run business online, and most of my clients, they pay directly to my bank account. So, and some of them are not in Nigeria. So when governments came up with the policy that people are not able to deposit money directly, like they cannot transfer money to a normal savings account, it became a problem, not just for me, but for a lot of us that run businesses like that, especially those that offer training online. So, and that is that one aspect that nobody is talking about, and businesses are dead just because of that. What can we do? Should we protest? I mean, what can we do about that? Because it's actually limiting creativity, it's killing a lot of businesses. And I'm fed up with it. That's why I'm actually asking this question. What can we do, sir? As Otunba, sir.
You give one example of a policy that doesn't favor you. By the time you ask everybody, there will be some policy which is not favoring them. Ask any importer about foreign exchange. There's no foreign exchange. So much so that they are paying about 750 naira per dollar now. If you want to remit money for the goods you bring in. Whereas the bank official rate is 400 something plus something plus something. So a difference of 250 naira per dollar. So likewise, each, let's say, sector will have its own issue. So unfortunately, in our fatherland here, we don't know how to protest. We only say, if this road is not good and the government is supposed to fix the road, you say, okay, this road not good, make I follow this road. And this road gets bumpy, you go follow this road. You go better. We don't know how to protest here. On a serious note, we don't know how to protest. We don't know how to do a peaceful demonstration so that the government will hear and they will reverse their decision. So many business decisions, they are not making sense. Whether it talks of this cashless policy, where there's no enough currency notes. So if today I don't have the currency note, I want to pay my transport. How do I pay for that transport? How? So there are so many things like this. So as regards the government policies, and I also said that in our fatherland we don't know how to protest. What happens as entrepreneurs? I say personally to entrepreneurs that if you have a business and you are a victim or there's something happened and there's a government policy which affected your business, that has affected the whole sector, not only you. So we as entrepreneurs, we don't give excuses. We find our way out of it somehow or something. So if assuming there's no way out, then you look for some other business, I don't know. But there must be a way out from this. Wherever there are challenges, it is entrepreneur who rises to the challenge and faces that challenge. The entrepreneur does not complain. So like the entrepreneur in a class like this was telling you a problem. When we were talking about what is the problems, he said, okay, the problem is NEPA. I said, you can go. Go home, because if you think NEPA is your problem, don't become an entrepreneur, because all the entrepreneurs in your sector has the same problem. So if you're not able to take up the cost of generator, capital expenditure, generator, repairs and maintenance, and it's not falling into the, if you put that cost and your cost of production is coming more than the cost of sales, okay, close down that business or look for business which can absorb that cost. But that's part and parcel of our life, is it not so? So if someone is giving me a excuse that NEPA is a problem, the government is supposed to give us how much is in the grid and this, I said, come on, be a paragon. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you don't give excuses. You find a way around it. As I said, you put that cost in your product, and if you're not able to do, then that's not the business. If that's not a viable business, you not compensate that you must do that business. Look for another viable business which is able to absorb the generator cost to your business. Or you find a way around it, solar energy, inverter, or somewhere you find a way around it. Or you find a place where the NEPA is a little more stable than some other place, something you have to find a way out. But if you say NEPA is a problem and that's the challenge you're facing in your industry, I bet you're not an entrepreneur, you are an excuse giver. Entrepreneur doesn't give excuses.
Finally, one contribution. Okay, so I think that maybe entrepreneurs should have a list of like a checklist of things that they think they need to take out to before they can decide that they need to franchise. Because for example, sometimes you not actually reach your full capacity.
Yes.
And sometimes you probably need to improve your marketing. Because we talk about a situation where you have to open extra branches and some of these branches need to keep up locations. So what I was thinking is that what it was trying to do was to expand to make more sales. But to make more sales was not necessarily every time make that you need to expand. You might probably need to improve your marketing. Also ensure that within your own space, you've exhausted your capacity such that you cannot sell more than what you have. Then at that point, you cannot think about expansion.
Yes, that's true. That's true. When you're looking at another outlet, so you should have fully utilized your outlet before you look for another outlet. Whether you want to own it yourself or you want to franchise it out. Either case, you have to maximize the potential you have, maximize the capacity. I agree with you. I agree.
Another round of applause for Otunba Pradeep Pahalwani, MD Securities Insurance Limited. I believe we have all been blessed today. If you have been blessed, wave your hands in the air. Thank you very much, sir. I'm now going to call for our hosts, but before I do that, sir, I want to appreciate you. Please, we have a small gift for you, sir. And I would like to call the founder of Volunteers Connect to join me here. I will also call for our host, our venue host and partner for today, Mrs. Tayo Williams, to also join me as we present this little token to our speaker for today. All right, that's Otunba's WhatsApp line.
If you want to reach me only on WhatsApp, don't call me first. Just send me a WhatsApp message. I'm sure that I will respond.
Thank you.
Yes, start off now.
So on behalf of Startup Line Lagos and Exponential Hub, sponsors and supporters of this event, I would like to present this to you in appreciation of the nuggets of wisdom, for the clarity you've given us, for the enhanced information. Thank you for making it so practical and so enjoyable. Thank you very much.
So Mrs. Fire Williams will quickly share with us what they do here at Exponential Hub. And while that is ongoing, we also have some light refreshments for us. So that should also be going around.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you might be tired of sitting, so this is not going to be a long presentation. But just before I go into the presentation, I would like you to clap in the exponential way for Otunba. And this is the way, this is the way we do. When I say roll it, I want to see your hands rolling. When I say jam it together, you clap. After the third clap, you say thank you. So roll it, jam it together. Thank you. So that's the way we do it at Exponential Hub. And my name is Fire Williams. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself as I go along. The purpose of this presentation is to let you know more about where you are, the venue, and the company behind it. So simply Exponential Consult Limited, we are a Nigerian-owned company, no franchises yet, with international affiliations. We are able to deliver the ILO start and improve your business training independently. We are also a partner to the delegation of German industries and chambers of commerce here in Nigeria. We offer vocational training services, and we are inclusive. We've been able to offer these services even to people living with disability. So we help agencies, ministries, and organizations to package programs that would benefit the society in line with society and the sustainable development goals. That's really what we do. So right here, this is Exponential Hub. You have halls like this. We have a 30-seater and 50-seater. We have service offices. We have workstation. And you're welcome to have different kinds of arrangements. If you want to have a board meeting or if it's a classroom style, do let us know. This is the number to call, and my assistant, who's our customer service officer, that's Cynthia. Cynthia, can you say hi? Hi. Should we put in the customer service line on the board so that you can send her a WhatsApp message or call as you may wish? And what else do we do? Like I said, vocational, employability, and entrepreneurship skills training. So this is an example of a class we had right there in this room where we were teaching digital skills to youths in Lagos State. And we also do a lot of virtual training. We're hoping that this year we'll be able to put up some on-demand training in various modules, starting from marketing, to costing, to buying, to business planning, to finance and accounting, bookkeeping, and so on, so that if we have entrepreneurs who need their capacity built in those areas, then we can do that. So we have created one innovative product that we think we're very proud of. It's called Harmony Clinic, and this is in response to the fact that we have about 43% of women running business, but only 2% have been able to access finance, leading to the $42 billion gap in financing as stated by the African Development Bank in Africa. So it is a real problem, and we felt we should take women through investment readiness. So this is the website, the web address to go to, simply exponential.com is our web address, and then if you do /Harmony Clinic, you can register for the next cohort. There is a fee. We are for profit, even though we are a social enterprise. But at the same time, we like to give back. So just as Otunba said, we created a 10-unit free entrepreneurial course called 7 Steps to Starting Your Business. And if you'd like to access that course, you can just scan this. I'll come up with it again, even at the end of this presentation. So you can scan this and you can immediately go to simply exponential.com, 7 Steps to Starting Your Business. It's a free course, it's an audio course. We like to be inclusive, as I said. It's also suitable for the blind. So we have experienced quite a lot. We've been, we were incorporated in 2010, started this up in 2015. We've done a number of tech startup support activities in conjunction with Elizabeth Edwards, who is the founder of Tech for Her Africa, as well as another lady who was in Unilag, a lecturer in Unilag. We were able to mentor a group of young girls, many of whom were at the University of Lagos, and they won Angel Hack 2018. Another startup under Simply Exponential, led by Martin Fidelis, won the first position in an NCC innovation competition. That's Nigerian Communications Commission. And again, we were able to support 2 winners of the African governance. There was this competition on governance by the African Union, and 2 of our mentees came first and fourth. So we do try to support tech startups as well as SMEs. These are some innovators we supported in Ghana. And very interesting, one of them wanted to set up a franchise that was Poliba. So I'm sure I'm going to have a lot more information to give give to Bolivar in setting up a franchise for clean this, it's about plastic recycling. So that kind of thing can really lend itself to franchising in different locations. So again, this is what we are known for. This is a designated vocational training center by the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. And I did mention that we have trained people living with disabilities. They are very inspiring. Many of them were here as early as 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Some shared wheelchairs, but they were still at their best, and they learned how to make shoes, and those shoes were fantastic. So we're really very proud of them and proud to have been given the opportunity to work with them. From time to time, we lend our voice to policy matters. We had 2 webinars on the Corporate and Allied Matters Act. In the first one, we spoke about its impact on entrepreneurs and business, which is what we have here. It was very well attended, like over 1,000 people. We live streamed it. And on the second run, we spoke about this issue of trusteeship. You know, it was very, very hot. You know, looking at churches and how they changed the trustees and all that. In fact, government was felt to have been taking a step too far. But I think a lot of that has settled down now. And even recently, again, we looked at Kama and how far it has gone. I hope we're all aware, if you want to register a limited liability company now, you can have just one director. You don't have to have a company secretary. And you need to file your annual returns though, whether you're a business name or a limited liability company. So we do try to put our voice in at various policy levels. And then the children are not left out. We have an MOU with Brainiacs to run some STEM robotics sessions. Okay, I think the system has been I think it's the I think it was thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we can do STEM robotics, we can do train the trainer courses as well for situations where you have like SME desk officers in banks who need to know more about dealing with SME. So once again, I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about myself. My background is in pharmacy, very interesting. So Banker is my colleague. And pharmacy is the branch of nurse in Zulu. So in 2006, I went to management consulting and became an International Labour Organization staff and include your business master trainer. It's been a journey. Being the founder of Simply Explanation Consults, delivering trainings as far as Sokoto, Abakaliki, and so on and so forth. And I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years now. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to be back. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I volunteered for Ready Set Work program for over 2 years, and we were able to reach our 5,000 young penultimate and final year students in Nigerian universities here in Lagos State. I also was involved in a core project where we trained over 500 teachers. It's been very thrilling to work on this. So we do have a board. The chairman of our board is Asiwaju Olokoko. He is one of the past chairmen of Lagos Chambers of Commerce, whether you know him. Asiwaju Olokoko is also the chairman of Park and Shop and a couple of Coleman Cables and a couple of other industries. We have Dr. Oresho Peko on board. Mrs. Bumi Lawson, who was formerly an ED at Faith Foundation. Dr. Uju Ogubunka, who was the Director General, I believe, Chapter Ministry for Bankers of Nigeria. And then our company secretary is partner CM, so that we can structure that and move the These are some of the clients we've served from Obasanjo, Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library. We've worked with Beacon and UKA, been on World Bank projects, worked with UNDP, USAPF, just trying to the market, and some other organizations. So, next steps, we'd love you to contact us if you have the need for assistance in running your business. For instance, I just asked about franchising, about putting structures in place, about putting systems in place. If you want to write your business plan, if you need co-working space, do contact us. Cynthia, please put up your number on the board. It's been very nice working with Startup Grind Lagos. Thank you very much for this collaboration. We need a lot of partnerships and wish Startup Grind the very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Fire Williams. That was a great presentation. And I believe members of Startup Grind have learned a lot, and you guys have advanced the simply exponential of. Interestingly, today is my first time here. First time meeting you. We only have conversations over the phone, and you were gracious enough. You said, you guys come. Of course, we love to support startups and entrepreneurs, and we are here today. So another round of applause for simply exponential. I hope our mouths are moving. Simply something there. So we're almost coming to an end of today's meetup, but I'd just like to give one person an opportunity to make a pitch. Just a 3 to 5 minutes pitch. Just one person. An entrepreneur in the house. Just come and talk about what you do. A round of applause for her. The lady that gave us the year Startup Grind was formed. One applause for her. You might win another t-shirt.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Gladys, that is Adekoye. I am the co-founder of Base. Base is an on-demand booking platform for co-working spaces. I'll get to you afterwards. Yeah. So Base is an on-demand platform for co-working spaces. So if you work from home and you're looking for a co-working space to work from, you just go to the Base website, www.trybase.co, and you'll find a working space close to you, and you can check into the workspace, scan the QR code. Once you're done, you make payments and we remit to the workspace the money that we owe them. So if anybody here works remotely or from home, please check www.trybase.co. Thank you.
Exactly. Brilliant pitch. And I'm sure many of us need this service. What? Never knew such a thing existed. Should we have one more? You feel like you look like someone that wants to get pitch. Better come on, give me a round of applause. And only people that want t-shirt are pitching. What happened to the rest of us now?
The anointing is in the t-shirt.
That's wonderful. My name is Sean Balogun. I run a company called Conferred OSB Solutions. What we do custom clothing and trade for individuals, businesses, and organizations. I'm sure everybody here might be assignments in one way or another. So we do things for individuals. Things like you have everybody else at university. You have people who are running a birthday, you want to have a gift for. As a business, you have customers that you want to give gifts for. The missionary is telling us. So we do all that. We also do custom food. So we give that things in different forms. We do t-shirts, custom clothing for businesses needs for their staff, families needs for occasions, for social events. So those are for you can find on multiple occasions, so we take if you go on Instagram, you see a book of one of our products, and you can always for sort of
Brilliant. Brilliant service. So we are going to take from you the anointing is in the t-shirts. All right, let's have a pitch. Prepare your own. We must give a pitch. A round of applause for him as he comes forward.
My name is Shiri. I'm the co-founder of, I'm one of the co-founder of HRM. So HRM tries to take the business to another African nation. Basically, what we do is we are a regional company. We are very big in outsourcing and African market entry. I'm sure one of you, or the majority of us have a TikTok app on our phone. Okay, so we are the technical partner of TikTok over Africa. What that means is that every style of TikTok in Africa are our staff. Okay, every style of TikTok in Africa are our staff. Okay, so we don't only apply for you, we also make you visible as the structure, like exponential, or make it visible in any of those African countries. At the moment, we are served in Ghana, Uganda, and other East African countries as well as South Africa. So that's what I would like to mention that.
We have great entrepreneurs in the building. Awesome. You have a picture also, we should just move on. Okay, so let's say, finally, my Vice President, Yahya Ressa, Northern Nigeria. Also, Alayinka, come on, give us a pitch. Round of applause for him.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Follow the short just in building. My name is Mr. Alayinka. I'm a co-founder of Otunba Real Estate. What we do is that we sell properties all around the Lagos State. Why? Because we discovered that over some time people have been they just want to buy out, want to buy land. But we work with the new companies here in Lagos State where we work with the new properties, we have the new properties, homes, land, all over Lagos State. And you also recently, Mr. Brown came to Nigeria. We came to Lagos State to commission, Lekki, Shipboards, and all of that. So we have properties around Lekki and all of that. So we want homes, fully furnished home, and the land and all of that. Just contact them. Everyone Real Estate on Twitter, on IG. We are trying to, help secure genuine properties in Lagos State. So not only in Lagos State, we also have around, local, the other Southwest, Oyo, and all of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, we want to do an exercise now. Can we arise for our feet, please? Everyone of us. Okay, so just take one step forward and another step forward, and just join me on this side of the hall. Yes, everybody come forward. We want to have a good picture with our phenomenal speaker for today. Let's all come forward for the good picture. Come forward, come forward, come forward. Come on. After the photos, you can network and exchange cards. Please, let's all come forward. Photographer, arrangements.
Can you tell everybody? Everybody say Otunba Otunba. Startup grind. Again. Startup grind. How is it? Startup grind. Startup grind. Can I get hand movement and something? Do something. Thank you. Gracias.
So you want to have personal shops with our special guests, with our hosts, this is fire women. This is the time for that. That's why I was just using the SG method. Selfie.
So really, I'm still looking at the model. Probably you. Hope you have been sponsored. Yeah, nice. I used to stand on the movie game. So what I saw when I said I'm also a member of the franchisee in Nigeria, and I also give people franchise. And I do business. Really nice. I need to get your number. Let me give you my style. Especially I don't have my ear like that. I can look so. You can reach me. Thank you for calling me. Mayo, do you have your own idea? Mayo. I would definitely I really appreciate it. There is
How was the event today?
Very, very great. I had fun. I learned a lot from Otunba. In fact, it's a great topic that I've always been looking forward to. And today I have so much to talk about it, so I know how to make my franchise.
Thank you very much. I hope we are going to see you some other time. All right. So you keep hearing from us. We'll keep inviting you. Probably one of these days you'll be a speaker. You know, you come and share your knowledge with us.
I'll be glad to do so.
All right.
Nora, I'm the Chief Administrator of Lagos School of Interior Design.
Chief Administrator of what?
Lagos School of Interior Design.
Oh, we need you. Please, you have your card here?
I'm not going to use my number. It's fine.
Okay. Awesome.
Just give me your card and just displace it.
Your share. Okay, 080 39 49 2309.
What's your name?
Mayoko Adeoti. Yes, it's correct. Mayoko Adeoti.
What happens to Blessing and Web?
Oh, they have moved on.
They've moved on?
Yeah.
Are they still in this country?
Well, they go and come. They are global citizens now.
Right.
The last I heard, they are abroad, they come when it's necessary. Yeah. Mayoko Adeoti, Startup Brand, Lagos.
Okay, you are the one coordinating Lagos now.
I'm the new director. I've taken over from OM.
Hey, those guys today, they did well.
Yeah.
They're going to,
Like up the standard.
right?
We go do them. Yeah, we go do them.
We do it.
Now, so in fact, we are looking for team members now.
Ah.
Yeah, so please call me. Let's discuss. We need a team. Hello. Good afternoon. Very fine. Wait, let me give this to somebody. Please help me. Okay.